Hey, it's Jalen. I'm here to talk to you about a few fashion tips that I've learned over the years for any budget, for anybody, whether you really like dressing up or whether you don't. It's just stuff that might be able to help any person who comes across this video, and it does work for most budgets. So let's get started. The first tip that I have to offer is don't wash your clothes every day. Now, you should still be washing your clothes, but you may want to take that down to like a once every couple wears basis. So what I mean by that is, say you have a black t-shirt, all you ever do is like wear it when you're going to the grocery store or when you're like running errands in general. Then really, what did you do that warrants washing that immediately after you wear it? Nothing really, unless you spilled something or something else got on it, right? So it's just kind of a way to like save water for one, which will help you on your water bill. It'll also save you some electricity on your electric bill if you're paying for either of those things. And just in general, it's good for the clothes because it doesn't shrink them or wear them out as fast. Washing your clothes, drying your clothes, that does wear garments out. So doing that after every wear just means that they're not going to last as long as they potentially could if you're only washing them whenever they get like smelly or whenever they get stained or something like that. And so yeah, just try to like, I guess, cut down on washing clothes. You're still free to do whatever you want. So like if you don't feel comfortable not washing clothes after every wear, that's fine. My second tip is go to a tailor. Oh my God, life-changing experience happened for me the first time I went to the tailor. I'd gotten 3 pairs of pants altered. I had gotten the length of them shortened a little bit because they were a little too long for my legs. And it was just, it was life-changing. Like I said, I was like $20 just for this. Like I thought tailors were like expensive. I thought they were like only for like rich people. And like granted, I'm not gonna like just go to a tailor every time like I buy something and it's not like exactly how I want it to be. I'll either make it work or like I'll like make sure that like it's justifiable that I go to get and pay for my clothes to be altered. Like one of my favorite pairs of pants, they're like a pair of trousers or whatever. They're like a little too long for my liking, especially since they were supposed to come cropped anyway. So like at some point in the future, I'm gonna take them to the tailor so that way they can get the length shortened a little bit, so that way they can actually be cropped like they were advertised as. Though part of it is it wasn't available in the length size that I wanted, so that's whatever. My third tip is kind of two tips in one. So the third tip is don't buy dressier pieces for retail unless it's like something that you've had your eye on for forever, or it's something that like you can't find thrifted or anything like that. Don't buy retail for like dressier pieces like blazers, pea coats, trench coats, etc. Because 9 times out of 10 you can find it at your local thrift store like Goodwill. Goodwill is like the only place that I shop at thrift wise, I mean. And like I've bought 2 blazers. I returned one of them just because it didn't really suit me. But here's another blazer right here that I did end up keeping, and I got it dry cleaned. But that's gonna be the next tip. And what blazers, they usually go for about 60 to 150 or more, depending on like the style, brand slash designer, material, etc. So the fact that I got a blazer like this one for $7 before tax, that's just a steal, really. And I don't know why anyone would want to buy a blazer retail unless they just like feel like they have to get something brand new, no matter like to put on their body. But also my overcoat, my favorite overcoat, I got that for $10 at Goodwill. And I could not have been happier with that purchase. And I got that dry cleaned as well. A lot of dressier pieces such as blazers and overcoats or pea coats, whatever you want to call them, they do have materials like wool and cashmere and just like really like more quality materials that do require that they get dry cleaned. And in my mind, that's a very, very acceptable trade-off, that I'm saving so much money on the garment itself that I'm willing to spend on dry cleaning it. Because back to that first tip, I'm not gonna dry clean it after every time I wear it. It's a coat for one, or it's a blazer for one. Unless I spill something on it, which I did spill something on my overcoat and I got that dry cleaned like immediately after. But luckily they were having a sale on winter coats. Thank God. But I'm not gonna, it's gonna be once a year, maybe. I don't see myself wearing either of those things enough that I'm like, you know what, it's really dirty. I'm gonna have to get this dry cleaned before next year so I can wear it. No, probably every 2 or 3 years. I try not to be a slob. I fail at that sometimes. I am kind of a slob, but I do tend to try to keep my stuff clean if I can. And that is a really good cutoff for that. And I'm gonna go into my fourth point. Dry clean some dressier garments that you have. If your dad or your grandpa has like an old like suit that he like wants to pass down to you, or there's like a really, or like if you're a girl and you have like a really nice linen or satin dress, then get that dry cleaned, because a lot of those more expensive materials made for clothes, they're not going to be machine washable because they're going to shrink badly in the washing machine. And if they're not going to shrink, they're going to get ruined. Granted, this is kind of me just hearing about that and like reading things about those materials. I'm not rich enough to own silk or satin. What do I look like? I work at a restaurant. But like I was just talking about with the blazer and the peacoat, a peacoat or a trench coat or an overcoat, whatever you want to call it, on sale, I saw them for $150 on Macy's website. That was the sale price. The regular price was $300. I paid $10 for mine from Goodwill, which that is about, let's see, 300 divided by 10, that's 30. I paid 3% retail for an overcoat. And the blazer, like I said, those go for about 60 to more. So I paid 10% or less for retail for this blazer right here. And just the whatever money you're gonna have to spend to get those things dry cleaned, especially if you got it like passed down, like they're handed down to you, like you're still saving money by just not having bought them if you got them handed down. So whatever money that you didn't spend retail, that's still saving money to get it dry cleaned, because dry cleaning, that's like $20. The overcoat took $20. I think the blazer costs like $5. I don't even know. It's just so much cheaper to buy it thrifted and to get it dry cleaned and then to wear it like new, because most of the time they're going to be really taken care of. They're dressier pieces. They're not being used in coal mines or construction sites. They're for business people or business casual people or people whose job it is to be rich or something. I don't know. I've never owned a suit before. This is the closest thing I have to one. I guess lastly, my last tip would just be, you want to take care of your clothes, but you also don't want to be too anal about how you take care of your clothes. Regardless of if you're wearing Champion or Prada, they're still clothes at the end of the day, no matter how much you paid for them. Like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be more careful with the Prada than I am with the Champion, but I'm still going to like wear it out to like whatever fuck shit I'm doing. You know, actually, maybe not, because Prada's expensive as hell and I can't afford it now. So maybe I should take that back. But like with my Air Force Ones, niggas always is like, oh man, you gotta keep your Air Force Ones crispy and like brand new, and you gotta keep them all white. Don't step in no water, don't step in no dirt. Don't even look at the sun before they get bleached. This, that, like you gotta make sure you keep your Air Force Ones all white. And it's like, no, you don't. They're never gonna stop selling Air Force Ones. They're not like a hype piece. They're not like some exclusive shoe that you can only get if you have like 12 bots to buy them for you or something like that. They're Air Force Ones. You can go to any Champs or Finish Line or Foot Locker and buy a pair right now. They're not like some exclusive shoe. So you can fuck them up if you want to. Why do you give a fuck? They're shoes. They're gonna come into the ground, in contact with the ground, literally anytime you have them on. Or like, just like a shirt, like it's a shirt, a sweater, whatever. Like, it's just on your body to keep you warm. Like literally, that's all clothes are. They're just there to make sure you don't freeze to death, or that you don't like get swarmed by bugs. That's fucking it. They're just clothes. So I'll just conclude that with just treat them well. Don't worry too much about the condition of them. As long as you're treating well, they're gonna last you for a good ass while. And that's really all I have to say. Thank you for watching this kind of thrown together video. Hope you made it this far, and if you did, I really appreciate you. Hope you like and subscribe, and comment as well. Engagement makes me seem more popular to the algorithm. So let's fake it till we make it, guys. Thanks for watching again. Have a good one.